I've been waiting all my life. Oh Lord. Sorry.
This thing is on.
It is on. And now the internet knows.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's trip to Jupiter. We are about to take on Sigma Palace Stage 2. Sigma! And yeah, for those of you who haven't checked out the PSP remake of this game, I do highly recommend it because it has a nice update to the lore in a lot of places, and also you get to hear Mark Gatha voicing Mega Man X.
Well, if you don't know who Mark Gatha is, I gotta say, take this, my love, my anger, it's all my sorrow!
Oh yeah, it's a G Gundam class reunion for that game.
I love my G Gundam. Okay, I'm a Gundam fan.
Definitely the best dub that Mega Man ever had.
Oh, it definitely was. But I'll say this.
Oh, yeah. Now, I rarely use this, but I'm going to try the Charge Boomerang Cutter up here. Just to do, this!
Useful.
Oh my god, they respawn if they're an inch off screen.
That is terrible.
So you thought Chill Penguin was easy before.
Just light yourself on fire, Chill Penguin. Ah! Fire! Hot!
I like that they have a custom fire sprite. It's kind of like Street Fighter, the way you get set on fire.
He's just like... yeah, too bad we don't have the Hadouken.
So the Hadouken, I thought it was a one-shot against every enemy, but it actually does have a damage value. Its damage value just happens to be higher than the HP of every enemy in the game except for the final boss. You can two-shot him. The Hadouken requires you to do a quarter circle forwards and shoot, but you have to be at full health to do it.
Of course.
I'm sure there's some delightful Hadouken runs out there you can check out.
Hadouken run. Well, right now, you know...
I mean, you can't really do a Hadouken run, though. It has to be only in Sigma's Palace, because you can't get the Hadouken unless you've got everything else in the game.
That's true. Well, you know, Sigma's Hadouken Palace run, you know?
Sigma Palace Hadouken run? Yeah.
So, one of the things is, they recently announced they're doing Ride Armor model kits, and I really want to get some.
Well, they've already done, like, Mega Man X model kits, right? So.
Yeah, well, they're being released with the 4-inch figure line, so you're gonna have, like, a Mega Man X who can fit in it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Where was this when I was little?
You know, you weren't an adult who had much of money to spend.
I don't think it was made, either. So, Storm Eagle's back. We're gonna beat him the same way. I like that they customize the area of Sigma's Palace so you can fight them. And they get to keep all their same attacks and abilities.
Nice. So it's just like you're ready and raring to go. Mega Man. Super fighting robot. Mega Man.
Man, X in that cartoon was murderous.
Oh, he was ripped. Alright, if you ever wanted to see Mega Man X, like a Mega Man X cosplayer would look like in a cartoon, you want to see that show. He is jacked in that show. Well, he's like a Rob Liefeld creation took steroids.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, okay, maybe not that bad, but you get my point.
There we go.
You just missile massacred him.
Yeah, the homing torpedo, when charged up, actually shoots like the piranha torpedoes.
Yeah, that is cool.
Very good most of the time for taking out... Oh god, get away from me, bats.
It's the 1-inch attack.
It's the 1 inch. Get away from me, bats.
1 inch!
Alright. There we go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. This is an interesting boss. We are fighting the entire wall.
That is at least a cool concept.
I believe it is called Lambda Bamda.
Lambda Bamda? Is this a JoJo's thing? No, okay. Joking aside.
No.
Joking aside.
I don't think... Whatever.
Well, the only, like, game company that was making JoJo's references was SNK at the time.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Each one of these eyes has a different ability, and the blue one's the weakest one because it just attacks you. It just flies towards you, whereas the red one will shoot at you.
Of course.
And then the nose. It's a nose. Oh, that's right. If you destroy the nose too early, this happens, where the walls stay closed and you still have to fight the eyes. And those spikes down there are designed to just get you in one hit.
Of course. There are spikes in a Mega Man game.
This boss reappears in Mega Man X5 far cheaper.
Well, like...
The walls have spikes too.
What is the Mega Man game where you get anti-spike weapon and it's like...
That's the same game. You're expected to know how to use the Gaia armor.
It's just like, yo, I'm ready for these spikes now. I'm a god.
Alright, Sigma Palace, stage 3.
Let's go!
Now, this music's kind of subtle and creepy.
Well, you know, I always like that when, like, boss stages are just building up and the music just gets weird.
You go to, like, this oppressive, like, robot hell. Oh, wait. Like, I like to think that because they're machines, they don't feel the need to have, like, organic stuff around, like my life. So I'm going to show you what happens when you fight Armored Armadillo without his weakness. That.
He just explodes.
Now, for time's sake, I am going to use his weakness.
Well, we've seen it, so...
Yeah.
You know...
Yep, and now he's stripped of his armor, so even if we weren't using the electric spark, it would still mess him up pretty good.
He lost his Pokemon abilities, you know? Like, it sucks. Yeah. He just got traded away.
So all of these bosses are very interesting and very interestingly balanced.
Yeah.
Because classic Mega Man series, you didn't see anything like this up until this point. Because they were up to Mega Man 6 when this game came out. They were actually... Mega Man 7 came out alongside Mega Man X3.
I gotta say, it feels like at times like they had a bunch of these ideas for classic Mega Man in their head and they never had the technology to implement them. Because, you know, 8-bit.
Definitely, yeah, they were able to do a lot more with this. And Sting Chameleon makes his triumphant return.
Sting Chameleon!
Yeah, check this dude out.
It's a good, like everything else in this game.
I like that he's got like a scouter over one eye.
What does the scouter say? It's Sting Chameleon, and he doesn't care.
So this guy gets stun locked into a pattern if you use his weakness.
He's just like, oh god, why me?
Yeah, they really thought about like, how does this weapon hit the enemy? Because he's like perfectly lined up for each one of these.
Yeah, I think that's kind of neat.
There's so much thought that got into this game.
Well, it's like it's trying to reward you for, you know, thinking and like being like, okay, hey, this weakness works here, use it. And then, you know, I guess you use the boomerang to get those.
Bingo. And hey, we are running the gauntlet right now of the bosses. Spark Mandrill is here, and I suppose if we didn't know what we were doing, this would be pretty exhausting.
Ha! You can't take me out, Mega Man! I got you!
Oh, you took me on! Man. Oh, you took me out again.
Oh, he took him on! Randy Savage, he is not. God, this is so pathetic.
Oh! How did you beat me?
Goodbye, Spark Mandrill. We knew you well, I guess.
So, if you ever wondered what Spark Mandrill syndrome was, now you know.
And knowing he's half the battle?
I guess killing people is the other half.
Well, it's red and blue lasers. That's the other half, really.
Oh man, that life up didn't even go into our sub-tanks. We are at max sub-tanks.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna show off a neat little trick that I learned. Because underwater, there's only one guy we could be fighting next.
I don't know. Could it be an octopus?
So I'm not using the shield.
Okay.
I'm using Boomerang Cutter. Because Boomerang Cutter does that.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
He loses all of his attacks except for the torpedo firing.
That is...
Which admittedly might make this fight worse.
That's still kind of neat. Man, you're a hero in a half shell. Mega power.
Yeah, that's really unique because, again, you've never seen this much level of detail in a Mega Man game, and the fact that you can do something like that with a weapon that's not designated as his weakness.
There's not a lot of games with detail like that today, even in the AAA industry, dude. Like, that's just really impressive stuff.
So the stealth camo makes us completely invincible to these spikes, so we just cheese this area. Bye!
Bye. Good. So long and good night.
And onto the conveyor belt with Flame Mammoth. And
oh, Mega Man!
hey, look, we're doing Boomerang Cutter again.
What? Why? Oh, wow! Who could
His trunk. His trunk is cut off. He can no longer shoot oil at us.
He's just like, no, I'm not Flame Mammoth. I'm Flame Pig. What have you done to me?
Oh my gosh.
Well, he looks
and
like
he's done.
He looks like a pig
Yeah.
to me with that, like, we have the snout.
There's a pig boss, but he's in the worst Mega Man X.
Oh. Does it involve a guy named Axel?
Yes.
I wonder.
Alright, so now we're fighting a dinosaur shoe?
Shoeosaur?
Dinosaur
on him?
No, his name is D-Rex.
D-Rex? So, he's not like a Quantum Rex of some sort.
So, he bounces around the room and he has these charge shots that he does.
So, and he's not an extreme dinosaur either.
And also goes down pretty fast to Boomerang Cutter.
He's just like, ah, not the boomerang!
Oh, my boomerang's my only weakness.
Boomerangs are clearly the weakness of most people in this game currently. So
yeah, Boomerang Cutter, I think maybe one of the reasons why they wanted to do fun things with it is because it's a callback to the original Mega Man with Rolling Cutter.
Well, you also got... There's usually a weapon like it in each game, to be fair.
So we are rolling this all the way to the end. We are at the final Sigma Palace stage.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready
for this. And here's a nice little detail. So these little caterpillar enemies exist for the purpose of filling up your energy tanks.
Okay.
Because they don't pose a threat. So you can just use them to spam for health.
Alright, so it's just like, hey, if you feel like nervous, then, you know, this is a good way. It's a save point without being a save point.
Yeah, that way if you have a lot of lives, you don't have to game over to get out of the stage to refill your sub-tanks.
That makes sense.
And Sigma here. He's here to congratulate us. Sigma was the original commander of the Maverick Hunters unit until he himself decided that humanity wasn't worth protecting, and is now the ultimate Maverick,
and
leaving Zero in charge.
He also apparently loves his robot dogs.
It seems to be a theme with him in this game.
Fair enough.
I could destroy you, but I would not rob my pet of that pleasure. He does not think that we're worth it.
You're just Mega Man. I want to fight Zero. He's a much cooler enemy than you are.
He considers X a betrayer. That's something. Like, he thinks that the mankind's time is up. It's time for the Reploids.
You betrayed the law!
So he's a little bit like Magneto in that way? I don't know.
He's Magneto with a bit of Judge Dredd, I would say.
Yeah, that's fair. Considering, unlike Magneto, Sigma has a 0% good side.
He's just the law and hates humans, and he's like,
gotcha.
Reploids. No, he killed Sparky.
Yeah. I believe his name is Helgarder.
I'm gonna call him Sparky.
Excellent job, X. I see why Zero counted on you. You were almost as good a hunter as I was.
But can you take this? I don't know what this actually is. I'm just gonna let that put into your head.
So Sigma has a history of pop culture weapons.
Well, let's see. I wonder what that could be. It can't be related to Star Trek in any way. I mean...
it's not.
Yeah, yes. Oh, no.
Okay,
clearly...
so look how much damage I took from a single hit from him. With the armor on.
Yeah.
This game is just like, have you found the armor yet?
Oh, so
if not, sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. I should probably mention, in case people want to correct me, yes, I know it's from Star Wars. Shut up.
They'll correct you anyways.
I know.
Their comments have already been posted.
They're gonna look at this and think I'm a dumb idiot for being like, no, it's clearly not Star Trek. That was the joke.
Well, because in Mega Man X2 he's got claws, and in Mega Man X3 he throws a shield, so
When Sigma America froze his mighty shield.
So he was weak to the electric spark, which is actually a trend. In several Mega Man X games, Sigma's first form will be weak to an electric weapon.
Okay, that's...
So next up...
He's a goat man.
He merges with whatever the hell this mecha is.
It's a rat?
No, it's a wolf. It's his theme.
Oh, he's a wolf. Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Because if you've been paying attention to the Maverick intros, the emblem for Sigma that they display in the background is actually a wolf. And I'm going to use my first life tank.
It looks more like a rat to me, but I understand. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, the wolf emblem for Sigma is something that kind of gets dropped after this game, but is pretty prominent here.
He's just like... you're fighting the Neo Zeon. Wait a minute. You know, you gotta go back in time and see Amuro.
So, yeah, this is why you do want your life tanks.
Yeah, fair.
Because those lightning bolts do so much damage. And we got him.
Woo! No, it's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you. Wait, you're Reploid too. Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Grab the humans, my Reploid brothers could have ushered in a new age.
Well, technically X is just a robot because replica androids are all copies of X.
Well, I get it. I get that that's the whole idea that X is just a robot and Reploids, but...
Yeah, he's a Reploid. Because he's the same. He's sentient. So, Sigma's palace was actually a floating island that went down.
So would that just make everyone GMs if X is a Gundam?
More like they're like superior Gundam derivatives.
So I guess like Sigma was like the full armor Gundam or something.
The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrifice themselves for the victory will never return. Certainly not in the sequels.
Yeah, definitely not in the sequels.
I used to think that this was so like deep and profound as a kid when I finally got here. It's very beautiful.
I guess it
exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? That is a tenet of X's personality, that he has a distaste for violence.
It's a consistent theme.
And that makes him kind of cool, that he's got all this power, but he doesn't want to use it. He's a little bit of a Superman.
Well, you know, he's the Superman, Zero's the Wolverine, the popular one.
Yeah.
You know how it is. And Axel's the one everyone hates.
If we ever get a chance to play Mega Man X8, I will show you why you shouldn't hate Axel.
Let me put it this way. I'm talking about the X7 Axel. I'm not talking about
you should absolutely hate that one.
Yeah, I mean...
How long will he keep fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. By the way, Capcom can milk this sequel.
No, the X-Buster saying, by the way, X, you're staying with me a long time, if you know what I mean. But Nat, like, this was really cool.
Yeah, we did it.
Mega Man X is one of the best games for a reason.
I told you I was ready for this.
You were ready for this. Now...
I've been training for years.
Now we have to go back to Star Fox.
No, I don't want to. Let's go play Mega Man X2.
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
This is neat that they show you the names of all the enemies in each stage.
Yeah, that seems like it to be a common thing in these games.
Tombot, Armored Soldier,
Bombine, Gunvolt.
Gunvolt was in this game. Not quite the Azure Striker yet.
Yeah, he had to work his way up. Man, too bad there isn't like a rock opera of Mega Man X.
Make it so, Internet.
I mean, clearly. This is clearly rock opera material. We need, like, the Chill Penguins.
The Chill Penguins, well, they're like a slow jazz group. They're the Chill Penguins.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So Spark Mandrills, I guess, are the, like, rock opera group? Like, they put a spark to the songs?
Okay, Boss Spider Rangda Bagna is their weird translation of Lambda Bamda.
Of course it is.
And then Vilgarder was, like, the Helgarder that was the wolf.
Chill Penguin, I always remember
Octopus.
Launch Octopus, I always remember you. Wait a minute, why does he only have, like, 6 limbs?
Well, no, he's got, like, the tentacles and then you count his legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
But that's
you count his cartoonish robot legs?
Well, no, he only has 4 tentacles and 2 legs.
What?
Yeah, like, he only has, like, 6 total.
Oh my. Oh my.
I just broke your childhood, didn't I?
My childhood's been broken.
He's not an actual octopus.
Just like a hectopus.
He's a hectopus.
Hexapus?
Hectopus.
Hexapus.
Hexapus. Yep. Mega Man X versus Hexapus. Tune in next time.
Zero.
We'll always remember you, Zero. Man, it's too bad we'll never see Zero again. He looked so cool.
It's too bad he's not going to get his own, possibly superior series later.
Yeah, I mean, and you as Mega Man X.
You, the player.
I want to
Oh, so there's a fun fact that scene glitches if you somehow cheated to get to this point without getting the leg upgrade.
Oh, really?
Because they don't have a sprite for him dashing with the leg without the leg part.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
But it can only be achieved by cheating.
Of course.
So I gotta love these credits. Ripa HK, scroll designers, Aka, Iriko, SCR Damashi.
Damashi?
This game has weird credits.
Wanashi? Iki.
Sound designer, Elf. They've enslaved an elf.
Sato, Yuka. Kirby!
Dr. Kun.
Curry, actually.
Guchikoshi.
Professor F.
Professor F.
Press F for Professor.
This would have been before Inafune was all that huge at Capcom, I guess.
Maybe, or there was like some wonky translation?
We're looking at the wonky translation.
Capcom All Staff.
Man, who names a kid that?
I know, right? Man.
Often in these credits, Inafune appears as Enough King.
Enough King.
Thanks for playing. Presented by Capcom.
And the greatest hero of Capcom, Captain Commando.
All right. So what'd you think, Dave? How was that?
I like Mega Man X. I love
this game.
This game is amazing, and I can't 10/10 perfect game.
I would say so. Yeah.
Look, in all seriousness, I made fun at certain points, but this game is good. Like, I think you should at least try it out.
I think everybody should play this game.
It's one of those games that's just, like, fine-tuned in a way that not a lot of other games are, even...
Yeah, and we filled enough time to get to this point. You have won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact. Reploid, spirit.
Well, you know, he has fighting spirit.
I mean, they kind of explain it in different ways in the sequels, that either he's like downloaded himself to a computer, or later on it's accepted that he is like a computer virus and keeps infecting other systems, and as long as his virus is infected somewhere, they will eventually transform into a Sigma.
Like everybody, like I just like to imagine like there's this normal regular Reploid who just slowly turns into Sigma.
Yeah.
Oh god!
Well, no, he always has to have like he doesn't Resident Evil them, but he always gets someone to build. He infects someone and he gets them to build a body for him. So he's got a new Sigma body, but it always has his same head, complete with his unique tattoos or scars.
He's just like, I gotta say a brand.
Yeah, Sigma's got good branding.
He's like.
Evil's got to have good branding, don't you know?
Well, yeah.
How else will they recognize you?
Well, you know, it's not like he can get like a Batman memory card or something. You
don't want them to think that this was done by Dr. Robotnik, do you?
Well, you know, like he doesn't want to think he was done by Dr. Wily like Zero was. You know, the whole thing he had to do was look at Zero.
More on that later, Space Cadets.
Well,
thank you so much for joining us for this run of Mega Man X.
And spoilers, I guess.
There will be many more.
Horribly many more. Tune in next time.